Oh, 2 avocados are going with that. And I'll probably finish off the rest of this bag, which is about 5/8 full. So today's kind of a high fat. And I just got done working out too. I just got done working out, training for over 2 hours. And I know that goes against everything on the internet, right? After you train, you should have your fast carbs. Well, that's when I like to eat my high fat. What the internet says, I do the opposite. And I anti-age. So I don't, you know, I go through different phases. Sometimes I eat fruit after I eat whatever falls into whatever my body's telling me to eat. And I eat the same foods every day, so at some point I'm going to eat this. Although I don't always throw in avocados. These are like rare. And I have 4 of them, and they're all ready, so I'm just going to eat 2. You know, usually if I have an avocado, I'll have 1. Sometimes 2, like on days like today when I have 4 that are ready and I don't want to waste any of it. Because it's all real food, man. But this is a high fat. For me, this is a high fat meal. And, you know, this after I got done working out, so it's going to all be for naught according to the internet, right? My muscles are not going to get fed. So I'm going to lose any muscle that I would have gained from my one workout because I'm eating fat. Which fats, you know, they say fat is great, right? But just whenever you're done working out, that's when you should have your Captain Crunch and your, you know, your gummy bears and your, you know, stuff like that. But the rest of the time, you know, you shouldn't even be eating this rice. It should just be mushrooms. There might be too many carbs in those mushrooms, but everything else is good. It should be just eggs, and I need to add some steak in there too, and maybe some more avocado, maybe some more coconut oil, right? Maybe more coconut oil. Maybe take out the mushrooms and add 10 tablespoons of coconut oil. All right, so I'm checking in on here. I'm doing a video. This is another video, as all my videos are for. All my videos, because there's people that come in, they see this through, like, if I'm running ads or something, and all my videos are pretty much for people who are doing one-on-one with me or people who are watching these videos from my books. And so I know it seems different, but that's the way it is. That's the way I'm going to do it. That's the only way I'm going to do it. I'm not trying to do, this isn't like a real, what you're used to seeing, you know, on the internet. So I don't want to be part of any of that. I don't want to be part of internet health. I definitely don't want to be part of internet freaking fitness. I don't. that's for children. But internet health, I don't want to be part of any of that either, because I'm so far above and beyond all that. I'm about anti-aging. I'm about age reversing. The information that I utilize and I live and that I'm sharing with people, and people who actually want to reverse their age and want to anti-age for reals and want to know the actual real stuff. That's it. That's how I want to keep it. I don't want to. I'm not trying to be part of internet health, because that's at best the best stuff is fluff, and it's like slowing down the freight train to death. That's like the best stuff that's out there. There's nothing out there that is actually anti-aging, because people don't want to hear it and people don't buy it. It costs too much money to be going out trying to beg people to get their attention. Like, you have to go and beg people. I pay thousands of dollars just to give away free books and run ads. And I'm not really trying to, like, get people. I'm trying to get enough people to just do my good deeds for the next handful of years, and that way I get some wings in 100 years when I die. So that's all I'm doing. You want to go and get tens of thousands of people, you have to pay hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars to get tens of thousands of people. And that's to not even give you money. That's just to get their attention, man. So it's crazy expensive to even try to do anything, unless you're making an ass out of yourself and you're in online fitness, which is for freaking kids. It's so whatever, I don't want to be a part of any of that. I'm about anti-aging. So let me get back to talking to people who I'm doing one-on-one with. This is what all my videos are for this. But I know there's some newer people that are messaging me that like wondering what the deal is here. This is anti-aging information. I would say watch all my videos, put them all together. I know they're going to be all over the place, but you will get my books that are in the links. Just click links and start just doing stuff like that. Because there's it's all over the place, right? So something that I always talk about, like a broken record, man. And there's people that are starting to get it. They're starting to shift. And I understand, man, everything's about macronutrients. Everything's about calories. That's micronutrient efficiency. Micronutrient efficiency. All right? That's what's important. Micronutrient balance. I say it both ways. Micronutrient efficiency is what is important. That's what's more technical and what's harder to learn and think about calories, right? Macronutrients. There's fats, there's protein, there's carbs, and then there's alcohol. Well, you're taking out alcohol because if you want to eat perfectly, alcohol is not in that. So we're talking about a perfect diet, so we can just eliminate alcohol. But so there's 3. That's not hard. Micronutrients, think about how many micronutrients, vitamin, minerals there are that there's hundreds and hundreds of them that are in our bodies. So that's harder, and it's more delicate, and it requires a lot more education if you want to actually educate yourself on every single thing that your body needs. Now, you don't necessarily have to do that. You can, but you don't have to, So that's why in the vegan diet book, I stayed with the things that people have issues with. Just a few things. Like, I didn't even talk about anything with fiber, because if you eat the perfect diet, you're going to have plenty of fiber. I just talked about a few little things like B12, stuff like that, that people have issues with. That's it. Don't confuse myself, because I don't like to confuse myself. I'm stupid. So I want to anti-age. I don't want to like confuse myself and then not actually do anything. So even though at one time I really did learn so much about, like, in order to get to where I know how to eat, to where you provide yourself with everything unprocessed wise, I had to pad and pin everything in order for me to do it for myself. Remember, everything's about me, and I'm sharing that with you. So I'm about my own age reversal. So of course I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm obsessed with it. So that's good for you, because you're getting someone who's actually doing it and is obsessed with it. You know what I mean? I'm not doing testosterone replacement therapy. I know this was a long time ago, but some kids accused me of taking a little bit of testosterone because my testosterone's so high. That, to me, that's the dialysis machine. That's what I try to tell them. Like, testosterone to me is like being on dialysis. It's for people who are dying. Why? I want to anti-age for reals. This is for me. It's not for a freaking camera. I'm not trying to like be anything on the internet for this. So I don't need to prove anything to anyone. It's for myself. So why am I going to do that when testosterone is for people who are dying? And it is. People who are dying need testosterone. And all these people are taking it like it's just candy, but they don't know what they're doing to themselves. So they're not anti-aging. And people who need it, it's great, because they're dying, and it helps them live for more years. Otherwise they would die younger. That's awesome. But I don't need it, because I actually live an anti-aging lifestyle hardcore. And luckily I have the genetics to where I didn't ruin myself to where I will need those things. And who knows, maybe one day I will. If I do ever need something like that, I would be open to it. If it's like, hey, this is the last resort, you have to take testosterone, I'll take it. But it has to be the last resort. And definitely not now, But, so everything else, man, is about making me reverse age. So, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything but trying to be perfect with my diet, my lifestyle, and my mindset. And then that makes that The byproduct is my training, my exercise that goes along for the ride. So diet, lifestyle, mindset. I've said that 8 million times, and if you get sick of me saying that, then you got to leave, because I'm going to keep saying it, because these are the staples. Perfecting diet, lifestyle, mindset. Diet, lifestyle, mindset. Every day it's Groundhog's Day. You have to talk to yourself out loud and tell yourself these things. Otherwise you will slip up, because this world is designed to kill us fast, man. This is what this world is for. It's to kill us faster. Okay? So if you're following anything that's out there, you're being sold stuff, and you're not being, you might be, like I said earlier, the best things are slowing down the freight train to death. But there's nothing like what I do, what I live. There's nothing even anywhere near it. Not even anywhere near it. So for the people doing one-on-one right now, there's people, they're starting to grasp the concept of choosing foods for micronutrients. And micronutrients is where your nutrition, there's nutrition, calories are nutrition too. But we want to look at the nutrition for your things like your skin, your nails. Like take women, there's some women doing one-on-one with me right now too, and I know how women are. Women are into, your hair, your nails, all that stuff, right? Your beauty stuff, right? And women will put all kinds of topical crap on them to to try to better themselves. That's great if it's not chemicals, right? But still, coconut oil is the best for that, by the way. My mom taught me that many moons ago. And basically coconut oil is like the best thing you can put on your skin. For the outside. But inside wise, right? The micronutrient efficiency, balance, giving yourself every single day, every single thing micronutrient wise that you need is going to be what is going to actually like reverse your age. If that's like way down the road, but like anti-age, right? To have a chance at it, you have to be perfect with that stuff. Perfect. So your hair, your nails, your skin, that's not because of the freaking calories. And people want to know about calories so that way they can lower their calories, right? Everyone wants to be in a calorie deficit, right? And they don't even think about micronutrients. Think about the deficiencies, micronutrient wise. The only reason, like I said in my book, I say this all the time, processed food saves people's lives because they fortify processed foods with the micronutrients, like a B12, that people will be deficient in. Because people do not know how to eat. If they had to eat on their own, if they had to eat unprocessed foods, they will be deficient in. This is why I have to tell people, you focus on micronutrients, because you will be deficient if you do not eat properly and you're eating good foods. You see? So people who want to be stupid and want to be lazy need to eat processed foods. It will save their life. It'll give them things like sodium, like potassium, like vitamin B12, like all your B vitamins. The more processed foods, you'll have that where you absorb it like you would natural foods. No, you won't. And also later down the road, it kills you. But while you're genetically able to handle it, it nourishes you. But you're still not absorbing all of it. And you're not absorbing it. It's not as, the quality, doesn't matter what anyone says. It does not matter what any rat study says. Okay, I'm telling you right now, as someone who's 42 years old and I'm age reversing, the quality of micronutrients, some people, I know there's rat studies that say that they're the damn, it's the same, B12 and zinc and iron and blah, blah, blah. And they just start naming stuff. Inside of cereal is the same as what it would be inside of, name your natural food. No, it's not. The quality is not the same. So you're not absorbing it the same. You're not. Just like with vitamins, you're not absorbing vitamins the same. You take supplements, you're not absorbing them the same. And a lot of supplements you absorb at none. You do not absorb if you're not taking them properly, especially fat soluble vitamins. People are taking those just like with water. It's actually doing damage to them. People shouldn't be taking supplements unless they actually need them. You want to get everything from food. You want to get everything from natural food, from real food first, right? If you want to be lazy, you want to be stupid, you start adding in processed foods because you just can't do it. Okay? It's that simple, right? 100% unprocessed foods is required to anti-age, to reverse age, to anti-age, to even like slow down the freight train to a something where it's a going 10-15 miles an hour to death. 100% unprocessed foods is needed. Period. That's the beginning. That's the beginning. 100%. Okay. If you even think about trying to do this, you are in the 0% of people, because people will. What is it? Look at. There's people watching this right now. It takes a while, right? When you're trying to count your calories. I know that people don't know how to count their calories, and then they don't do it right, and then they don't. It's a long process to get people to figure out how to count their processed calories. But even though the people aren't doing it correctly, every person that I have ever got to do this has eaten 10, 15, 20% more processed calories minimum than they thought they were. There's people who are eating 60, 70% processed calories, and that's still them counting wrong. They could be eating more, and they think they're eating healthy. There's people eating 30, 40%. And they think they're eating really healthy. They're eating lots of vegetables, lots of, most people don't eat fruits. They eat vegetables, and they think they're scared of fruits, right? Even though 60 to 80% of my total calories are from fruit, and I'm anti-aging, okay? So everything's the opposite of what's out there, man. My testosterone's around 1,000, and I don't eat meat. I eat eggs. I only eat like 4 to 6 eggs a day. You don't need high freaking fat. You do not need high fat to raise your testosterone levels. That's all lies too. That's what's being pushed out there by men in their 40s, and a lot of them are on TRT and they're dying, and they're talking about all this freaking high fat, high cholesterol. Meanwhile, I'm in my 40s. My testosterone was 619 at 39 years old. At 41, my testosterone was 947. And this is because at 39 years old to 41, that was when I really perfected this thing. I've been figuring it out since my mid-30s. Trial and error. I even went vegan in 2015. I went vegan for 1 year. So to see if that's part of it, and then I learned a lot. It's not veganism. That's more of a religion, but plant-based with the best animal source for the right reasons. Fat, cholesterol, you can even throw protein in there, even though you don't necessarily, that's something that the sidebar, but your fats, cholesterol, and also if you want to think micronutrient wise, like something like B12, that's your best bet. If you're trying to think about getting things like B12 from food, you know what I mean? Because I take B12 supplement. So for people that don't know, I don't eat meat and stuff. That's ethical. That's all ethical. That's why I eat eggs. But I will throw in some seafood when I need it. But if I were to eat meat, I still would eat more eggs, which is eggs is your best, number one, your first choice. If you get sick and tired of eggs, the seafood is going to be above meat. See, I've put all this stuff into order because it's the way it is, man. But see, you can't eat seafood every day because of the pollution and all that. So, meat-wise, obviously it's going to be something that's more wild, right? And it's going to be organs, okay? It's going to be the organs. It's not going to be the freaking filet mignon. It's not going to be the tri-tip. It's going to be the organs, all right? If you're going purely off of nutrition, not what you want, right? Because you're killing that animal. So if you're killing an animal, you want to eat the whole thing then, right? Or you want to use the whole thing. Maybe a lot of the other stuff goes to your dogs or whatever, but the most nutritious part of the animal is the organs. So, anyways, what was I saying? Micronutrient wise, right? people are getting it, man. They're getting it. They're understanding it. I love it. That's how you got to think. It's not about the calories. You can put yourself into, people want, like I said, I was saying, people want to eat to put themselves into a caloric deficit, right? So you can do that. But people are doing that, and then they're going to be way deficient in all kinds of stuff because they don't know how to eat at all. So you can still do that, which people shouldn't think about that if they're eating unprocessed foods, but you can still do that and eat unprocessed foods and be micronutrient efficient. You know, you'll do that by instinct at some point. But you know, people that are all into that, you know, like I need to be at this, my maintenance, that's all. Like when people start talking like that, that has nothing to do with anything. My maintenance calories, and that's all internet made stuff, man. That's not real. That's not real. Every human is different, and there is no maintenance calories, and whatever, like, all that stuff's made up, man. Like I've been saying this for a decade. Everything comes from bodybuilding. All these diets, even the keto stuff, it all comes from a bodybuilding perspective, and everything's done with the bodybuilding, you know, mentality, because that's what gets people's attention, and people like to be into, you know, into that. It's none of it's real. It's not real. So, I don't know. I gotta go. I have to go get some food, actually. Anyways, you have yourself a good day.